What is going on, everybody? Yvonne here. If you guys just started your very first Shopify store, it's super easy to get lost in the weeds. So whether you guys are selling physical goods or digital products or even services, adding products to your guys' Shopify store is a really simple and straightforward process. And in this guide, we're going to walk you guys through step by step on how to do it. And by the end of this tutorial, you'll be able to make your very first product posting. I'll show you guys how to modify your descriptions, images, and prices, as well as managing your guys' shipping and inventory as well. So let's go ahead and jump right into it. Now, before we start, I am going to be sharing my screen here because this is going to be a step-by-step tutorial. So if you guys do want to follow along or even try out the platform for yourself, there is going to be a link down below in the description for a free trial of the platform. Now, once you guys click on the link, feel free to put the email that you guys want to use for the free trial here. And keep in mind that for the first 3 days, it's completely free and no credit card is required. Once you guys got your email, go ahead and insert it into there and press start free trial. From there, you'll be able to set your guys' password and create your guys' Shopify account. Boom. And then it's going to ask you guys a couple questions when it comes to your guys' store. So if it's going to be an online store, or are you going to use it for in-person at events? And with all of this information, Shopify is just going to make your experience a lot more smoother. And as you provide all of this information, Shopify is going to make your experience a lot more smoother. So let's go ahead and say an online store. Let's press next. We're not selling just yet. Products we're going to buy and make ourselves. And then it's going to give us a couple options here when it comes to the plans. So there's going to be the basic, grow, or advanced. They're all going to be $1 for the first 3 months. And then from there on, they are going to go up in price, being at $39, $105, or $399. For most of you guys that are watching this video, I am assuming that the basic plan is going to do more than just enough. However, as you guys grow and scale, then you can look into the grow or advanced plans. But we'll go ahead and decide on that later. And now we're in the system. So where do we go from here, right? Let's say we have a product, right? We're going to be ready to go. So what I'd first recommend is before you guys get into anything, go to your guys' online store and modify your actual theme and pages and the way your store actually looks like. So from there, you can insert images and modify your website and make sure that everything looks smoothly. However, this is not what this video is going to be about. We're going to focus more on adding products. So let's go ahead and jump into that. So in order to add a product, all you need to do is first just go to products here, and pretty straightforward. You can either press import or add a product and do it from scratch. So let's go ahead and do it from scratch. And we're going to add a product here, and it's pretty straightforward. So for example, let's say we want to sell t-shirts, right? We'll go ahead and type in t-shirt. Description: this is an epic piece of clothing. You can go ahead and upload the photo you guys want to use, and from there select the category. So as you guys saw, Shopify actually already did it for us. And if you guys don't want to do clothing, you can also add another category as well, and there's a lot to choose from. But Shopify made it pretty easy for us. So as soon as we put in shirts, it already knew that it was going to go into clothing under tops. So from there, we can go ahead and set the price. So let's go ahead and make it $39.99. And again, the compare the price is going to be the markdown. So the price is going to be like the discounted price. So if I make this $59.99, that's going to be the original price. And then the $39.99, that's going to be the marked off price. And then from there, we can go ahead and put cost per item. So what does that actually cost us? We can go ahead and put $1. So our profit is going to be $38.99, and our profit margins are pretty solid at 97.5%. But again, this is probably not realistic. And we can go ahead and track quantity here. So this is checked off. So we can go ahead and set the quantity that we have. Let's go ahead and have it be 10. And if you guys would like, you can also continue selling it when it is out of stock. If you guys want to just pre-fill your guys' orders and just make sure that you guys have the orders before you actually get more inventory. And if you guys actually have a SKU or barcode, you can actually check this box off as well. Now, if you guys have a physical product, I would add a weight here, and that would just make it easier for you guys whenever you're considering shipping, because you can actually directly make your guys' shipping labels out of Shopify, and it makes the whole process a lot more seamless. You can go ahead and select the weight here and just the country of origin, as well as your guys' HS code. Now, when it comes to variants, essentially what this means is if you guys have multiple versions of the product, for example, if we have a t-shirt that's going to be blue versus gray versus green, you guys can go ahead and have multiple variants of the shirt, and you can go ahead and add them here. So it can be variants based on color, size, fabric, age group, you guys name it. But if you guys have your own custom options, you can also add it right over here. As you guys add more and more products onto your guys' website, it can be much easier for users to kind of navigate through. And in addition to that, it can help you guys' SEO boostings. So when it comes to the actual category, we can go ahead and add different meta fields here. We can go ahead and add the color, the top length, fabric, size, clothing features, neckline, age group, anything that kind of distinguishes the shirt from other competitors. Because if you just Google t-shirt, you are going to get lost in the weeds because there's so many other businesses out there that sell t-shirts. But if you have something specific about your t-shirt, this can help it stand out. And in addition to that, as you guys as users are going to be on your guys' website, it makes the whole experience much easier for them by actually finding the product. Now, when it comes to SEO, you guys can go ahead and modify it a little further right over here. here, as you guys see, this is how your product is going to look like on the web and the way that people are going to see it. So if you guys do want to modify it, click right over here, and you guys can literally modify your guys' page title, the meta description, and the URL handle, and that way it's all going to be SEO friendly. And in my experience, the more specific it is, the better it's going to be. The reason behind it is just because there's so many other general stores out there, they're kind of selling the exact same things. However, if you're able to find your small specific niche, that can go ahead and give you guys a leg up here. Now, the logic behind this is the fact that if your guys' product is going to be more unique than others, it's going to be a lot more easier for you guys as customers to actually find you and actually purchase it at your guys' small business. Because think about it, there's so many other huge businesses like Alibaba or Walmart, they're buying these t-shirts on pennies on the dollar, so you cannot possibly compete with them. So if you guys find your own specific niche to it and something that you can do differently, it's going to be much easier for you guys to actually stand apart from everybody else. Now, once you guys are ready to go, all you need to do is just press save here, and boom, your product is going to be ready to go. You guys can go ahead and track its recent sales. And if you guys want to mess with it further, you guys can also edit the type, the vendor, the specific collections, or the tags behind the actual product. Now, as I mentioned before, the way that you guys' website looks like and the way that you guys' users are going to interpret your guys' product on the actual website is all going to be dependent on the online store tab right over here. So if you guys want to manage that, go to the online store, go to customize theme, and you can do so accordingly right over there. But from there, it's pretty straightforward on taking that product listing and getting it on your guys' website. And from there, all you got to do is just double down on your guys' marketing and then sit back and hear those ding notifications when someone purchases. And if you guys don't want to do this one by one, you can actually import many products all in one time by going to products, press import, and then from here, drag your guys' CSV with all your guys' products. And this is going to be much easier to do a bulk upload of your guys' products. And as you guys are putting more and more products on your guys' Shopify shelves, I would also go ahead and create some collections behind your guys' products. And that way, everything is going to be a lot more organized and you guys are going to have a much easier time of actually managing your guys' inventory. And if you guys are doing drop shipping or print on demand, you guys can actually also utilize Shopify built-in apps like DSers or Printful to kind of do the whole importing process for you. Essentially, as you guys see right over here on the left-hand side, similar to the App Store on your guys' phone, Shopify has its own version of the App Store where there's a ton of different apps that do all the sorts of things. Helping with your guys' products is one of those things. So if you guys are doing drop shipping, I would check out DSers, and if you guys are doing print on demand, I would check out Printful. And there you have it, folks. As you guys saw, it's super easy to add a product onto your Shopify store. Adding products, managing your inventory, or even playing around with your SEO are really important variables when it comes to your guys' business, and that's why Shopify makes them really beginner friendly. If you guys do want to try out the platform for yourself, there is going to be a link down below in the description. And if you found this video helpful, please make sure to leave a like, subscribe for more videos like this, as it tremendously helps support the channel. Till next time, peace.